Imagine waking up in the morning. Your alarm hasn't made a single sound, yet you are gently pulled from a deep sleep by a soft, rhythmic pulse on your finger. You walk into your kitchen, point at your coffee maker, and it immediately starts brewing. You grab your travel mug, head out the door, and pay for your train ticket by simply resting your hand near the scanner. No phone, no wallet, no bulky smartwatch lighting up your wrist. Welcome back to TechVibe, your ultimate source for the technology of tomorrow. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a device that Apple has been secretly developing behind closed doors for years. It is a device so small, so unassuming, that it is poised to completely cannibalize their own Apple Watch sales. We are talking about the highly anticipated Apple Smart Ring. If you think you know what smart wearables are capable of, you need to erase everything you know. What Apple is about to unleash is not just a fitness tracker. It is a screenless, invisible master key to your entire digital life. You are going to want to hear every single detail of this leak, because this ring is going to change how you interact with the world. And if you are obsessed with staying on the absolute bleeding edge of technology, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and join the TechVibe community. Let us dive in. For the past decade, the Apple Watch has dominated the wearable industry. It is a fantastic device, but it has one massive, unavoidable flaw. It demands your attention. It has a bright screen. It buzzes with endless notifications, and for a lot of people, wearing a miniaturized iPhone strapped to their wrist while trying to sleep is incredibly uncomfortable. Apple is acutely aware of this fatigue. They know there is a massive, untapped demographic of users who want clinical-grade health tracking and seamless smart home control, but they want it to be completely invisible. This is exactly why the Apple Ring is no longer just a patent. It is in active, aggressive development. According to highly credible supply chain analysts and prototype leakers, Apple is accelerating the iRing project to directly intercept the growing dominance of the Oura Ring and the newly released Samsung Galaxy Ring. But here is why Apple's entry into this space is keeping their competitors awake at night. When you buy a standard smart ring from another brand, it operates in a silo. It is just a ring that sends data to an app. But when you buy an Apple Ring, you are buying a seamless extension of the most tightly integrated tech ecosystem on the planet. This ring will communicate instantaneously with your iPhone, your iPad, your Mac, your AirPods, and your entire HomeKit setup. It is not just about tracking your steps. It is about ambient computing, where your technology works for you in the background without you ever needing to look at a screen. Let us break down the most mind-bending feature that leaks are currently pointing to. Invisible micro-gestures. Apple has already laid the groundwork for this with the double tap feature on the Apple Watch and the hand tracking in the Vision Pro. But the Apple Ring takes this to an entirely new level. Imagine walking down a busy street listening to music on your AirPods. Instead of reaching into your pocket, you simply pinch your thumb and index finger together to pause the track. You double pinch to skip to the next song. Leaks even suggest the ring could feature a physical, touch-sensitive capacitive band around the exterior. Picture yourself sitting on the couch. You want to dim your smart lights for a movie. You do not ask Siri and you do not open an app. You just slide your thumb along the edge of your ring and the lights slowly dim in real time. You twist it slightly to lower the volume on your Apple TV. It turns your hand into a universal, magical remote control. And if you are an Apple Vision Pro user, the ring becomes an absolute necessity. Instead of relying solely on external cameras to track your hands, the headset will sync with the ring to know your precise finger movements with zero latency, even if your hands are resting out of sight in your pockets or under a blanket. Now, let us talk about the health and wellness capabilities, because this is the battleground where Apple intends to completely obliterate the competition. The Apple Ring will be packed with a miniaturized, highly advanced sensor array that sits completely flush against the skin of your finger. Scientifically speaking, the blood vessels in your fingers are much closer to the surface and easier to read than the ones on your wrist. This means a smart ring can capture significantly more accurate cardiovascular data than a traditional smartwatch. The Apple Ring is expected to feature continuous 24-hour heart rate tracking, precise blood oxygen saturation monitoring, and highly advanced sleep stage analysis. You slip this ring on before bed, completely unbothered by a glowing screen, and wake up to a comprehensive daily readiness score on your iPhone. It will tell you exactly how recovered your body is and how much strain you can handle that day. Furthermore, with Apple's recent push into sleep apnea detection, the ring will passively monitor your breathing disturbances throughout the night, alerting you to potential health issues before they become severe. There are even credible whispers of blood pressure trend detection. It will quietly cross-reference your sleep data, your daily stress levels through heart rate variability, and your baseline vitals to predict if you are getting sick days before you feel your first symptom. It is clinical-grade monitoring happening silently in the background, but health tracking is only half the story. The ultimate luxury of the Apple Smart Ring is pure, frictionless convenience. Imagine walking up to your MacBook or your iMac. As soon as you are within range, the computer securely unlocks because it detects the authenticated ring on your finger. No typing passwords, no reaching for Touch ID, it just works. You walk into a grocery store, grab your items, and simply hover your hand over the payment terminal. A tiny, silent haptic vibration on your finger confirms your Apple Pay transaction. You do not need to pull out your wallet, and you do not need to double-click the side button on your phone. Speaking of haptics, the Ring will introduce a new era of silent, prioritized notifications. Instead of a loud chime or a distracting screen lighting up during a business meeting or a dinner date, you can assign custom, gentle vibration patterns to your VIP contacts. One subtle tap on your finger means your partner is calling. 2 quick taps means your boss just sent an urgent email. You remain completely connected to your digital life while staying 100% present in the physical world. You are likely wondering how a device this small handles battery life. We all know the pain of having to charge an Apple Watch every single night. Because the Apple Ring does not have a power-hungry OLED display to run, battery life is going to be a massive selling point. Industry insiders are pointing to an incredibly impressive battery life of anywhere from 5 to 7 days on a single charge. You simply drop it onto a sleek magnetic charging puck once a week while you shower, and you never have to think about it again. Design-wise, Apple is expected to craft the iRing from premium, aerospace-grade titanium, making it incredibly lightweight and highly resistant to scratches and daily wear. It will likely launch in sophisticated finishes like space black, silver, and potentially a natural titanium finish, allowing it to blend seamlessly with your everyday jewelry and personal style. So, when is this revolutionary piece of technology actually hitting the shelves, and how much is it going to cost? Current supply chain leaks and insider reports point to a late 2026 release. Apple is strategically taking its time, watching the current market leaders, and perfecting their hardware before sweeping in to take the crown. As for the price tag, expect the Apple Ring to launch somewhere between $299 and $349. This positions it perfectly against the Oura Ring and the Samsung Galaxy Ring. But Apple has a massive, undeniable advantage. While competing brands often lock your own health data behind a mandatory monthly subscription fee, Apple is fully expected to include all of the Ring's core health tracking and insights completely for free within the Apple Health app, just as they have always done with the Apple Watch. That factor alone makes the Apple Ring a vastly superior long-term investment. The Apple Smart Ring represents a massive shift in how we view technology. We are entering a post-screen era where our devices no longer need to constantly demand our visual attention to be incredibly powerful and useful. It is a device that works quietly in the background, tracking your health, anticipating your needs, and controlling your environment, all while remaining completely invisible to the rest of the world. That wraps up our exclusive deep dive into the future of Apple wearables. We want to know exactly what you think. Will the Apple Ring finally make you take off your Apple Watch for good, or do you still need a screen on your wrist? Let your voice be heard in the comments section below, because we read every single one. If this deep dive gave you the exclusive insights you were looking for, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to TechVibe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss our upcoming leaks. We have some massive inside information dropping in our next video that will absolutely blow your mind. Until next time, stay ahead of the curve and keep feeling the vibe.